Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about batteries. In previous class, we had learned about brake test on DC shunt motor, compound motor, series motor, their related problems. In this unit, we are going to discuss about batteries. Here, first of all, we can discuss classification of cells or batteries. Practically, we are observing batteries used in all vehicles and cells, mobile phones, which is having primary cell and secondary cell. When we are discussing the classification, these are classified into two types. One is primary type batteries, second one is secondary type batteries. Here, primary type batteries or primary type cell is one that cannot easily be recharged after one use and are discarded following discharge. Most primary cells utilize electrolytes that are contained within absorbent material or a separator. That is no free or liquid electrolyte, and these are termed by dry cells. Which one is easily cannot be easily recharged? That is primary cell. Just we can use and leave that battery or cell, that is primary cell. Next one is secondary cell. A secondary cell or battery is one that can be electrically recharged after use to their original pre-discharge condition by passing current through the circuit in the opposite direction to the current during discharge. So here, which battery is reused for charging, that is secondary cell, which battery is use and just throw type, these are called primary cells. So in our daily life, single use and throw batteries we are observing, use and again recharge the batteries we are observing. In vehicles we can recharge the batteries. In mobile phones we can recharge the batteries. Right, these are called secondary type of batteries or secondary type of cells. Next, when we are using primary primary cell or secondary cell, first of all we can comparison between the primary and secondary cells. Primary cells are not usable when we are used and through type of batteries. These are primary cells for use and again we can recharge and use, these are called secondary cells. And here primary cells are having less cost as compared to secondary cells. Their initial cost is high in case of the secondary cells. When you are using motor vehicles, the battery cost is very high as compared to the when you are using cells in the mobile cells in torchlight or wall clocks. They are having very less cost. Initial cost is very less as compared to the secondary cells where you are using in motor vehicles, and which are providing less life as compared to secondary cells. In case of the primary cells, these are disposable type, but in case of the secondary cells, regular maintenance is required. We are used after completion of discharge, again we can charge and reused. Hence, these type of batteries are required maintenance. In case of the primary cell, higher life cycle cost as compared to the secondary cell, which is having lower life cycle cost. Primary cell disposal type, secondary cell periodic recharging required. In case of the primary cell, replacement readily available. Replacements, while available, are not produced in the same seed numbers as primary batteries. So generally we are observing primary type cells and secondary type cells. These are disposable type and initially which is having a very less cost. Then we can use in wall clock and torch lights. So secondary cells are having very high cost, but we are very rarely you can replace this type of batteries having very high cost. And primary type cells are traditionally most suited for portable applications. In case the secondary cells also traditionally less suited for portable applications, exhibit inferior charge retention. So here we are discussing about the comparison between the primary and secondary cells, their importance, their cost, and their life, and where we are using this type of cells. So here, as compared to the primary cells, secondary cells are most useful and cost, initial cost is very high cost. Next one. We are going to discuss about one of the battery classification, that is lead acid cell. Very important. The diagram, charging condition, discharging condition, recharging condition. Everything we are discussing in this lead acid cell which is the battery. Here we are going to discuss about this type of lead acid cells. We can use a recharge again we can reuse. This type is called lead acid cell. Here I am going to discuss about lead acid cell. Despite having a small energy to volume ratio and a very low energy to weight ratio, its ability to supply high charge contents reveals that the cells have relatively large power to weight ratio. Therefore, in case the lead acid cell or lead acid batteries can be classified as secondary batteries. The chemical reactions that occur in secondary cells are reversible. The reactant that generate an electric current in these batteries can be regenerated by passing through the battery. Next, the chemical process of extracting current from a secondary battery, which is called discharging. The method of regenerative active material is called charging. Here what we are discussing, what are the importance of this lead acid cell? Lead acid cell is not the primary cell, which is a secondary type cell, secondary type of batteries. You can use and again recharge and reuse type, and then you can say this type of cells are reversible. Which one is a reversible? That is called lead acid cells. Means in this case, lead acid cells, how to current is produced, again how to we can recharge, how the current discharge. This process we are going to discuss in the next slide. First of all, you can observe that lead acid type battery. Here you can see that these are the cells divider. This is negative terminal. So here these are the positive electrode lead dioxide, negative electrode lead dilute H2SO4 here. This is positive terminal. These are the protective casing of the battery. Right? You are observing this type of battery we are using in motor vehicles for providing permanent life, and these are reversible, and these are secondary type of batteries. Here which is having positive terminal and negative terminal, these are the cell dividers. Lead oxide, negative electrode, this is the lead, dilute H2SO4 which is lying. This type battery mostly issued, these are providing good performance and having very high cost, providing long life. For that point of view, secondary batteries are we are used in motor vehicles and used for power generation type of, for electric power generation. Now I am going to discuss about what we are observed that their particular information. Here it must be listen that lead acid battery is secondary type of cell or secondary type of battery, and these are reversible type 1. Here in case the sealed lead acid battery consists of 6 cells mounted side by side in a single case. These cells are coupled together and each having 2 volt adds up to overall 12-volt capacity of the battery. So here you can see that the sealed lead acid battery consists of 6 cells mounted side by side, means side by side, which is having 6 cells, each one having 6 volts, 2 volts. So 6 into 2, 12 volts capacity. Despite being relatively heavy, lead acid batteries are still preferred over other lightweight portions load options owing to their ability to deliver large surges of electricity, which is required to start a cold engine in an automobile. So, most of the automobiles we are using lead acid batteries because these are reversible type and providing long life without fail. So, for that point of view, we can use a lead acid battery in automobiles. A completely charged lead acid battery is made up of a stack of alternating lead oxide electrodes isolated from each other by layers of porous separator. All these spots are placed in a concentrated solution of sulfuric acid. Intercell connectors connect the positive end of the cell and negative end of the next cell. Hence, 6 cells are in series. Here we are observing in case of the lead acid cell, there are 6 cells. These are connected in series. The positive end of the one cell is connected to the negative terminal and negative end of the next cell is and which is having totally 6 cells are connected in series. To each cell which is having it 2 volts, total cells are 6 cells. 6 into 2 is 12-volt capacity of this battery. So 12-volt capacity of this battery we are used in automobiles, which is providing the better life as compared to the remaining cells. Because of when we are using the primary cells, when the energy is lost means these are throw. But these are reversible, then you can recharge again. So these type of cells generally used in automobiles type of automobiles. Next, we are going to discuss discharging and charging. Here you can observe that lead acid battery, their chemical reaction for discharging, their chemical reaction for charging. Now we are going to learn in this period. Here you can see that when the battery is discharged, it acts as a galvanic cell and the following chemical reactions occurs. So these are having two plates, one is negative, one is positive. When we are observing the lead acid battery, there is a Pb added with the sulfuric amlam, which is added with the H2O2, H2O. Then loss of 2 electrons, which is giving a PbSO4 H3O plus. At positive place, PbO2 added with the sulfuric amlam and added with the 3H3O, then we lost 2 electrons and gives PbSO4 plus 5H2O water. These are the chemical reactions at the discharging of lead acid battery. Next one is lead sulfate is formed at both electrodes. Two electrons are also transferred in complete reaction. The lead acid battery is packed in a thick rubber or plastic case to prevent leakage of the corrosive sulfuric acid. Here you can see that chemical reaction for discharging. We are observing that container which is having sulfuric acid plus water. There is a two electrode, positive electrode and negative electrode. One is anode, another one is cathode. One electrode is lead oxide, second one is lead. Lead oxide is connected to the positive electrode, lead which is connected to the negative electrode, and in between two are connected through a connecting wire which is having the load resistance. So here we are observing that H2O2 water, two hydrogen electrons are added to the lead oxide. A sulfuric acid are added to the lead. Then there is a chemical reaction will be changed in the direct discharging mode when supply is discharged through this is the direction, because we are connecting load resistance in the connecting in between the connecting wire between two electrodes of anode and cathode. So initially which is having container which is having water plus H2SO4 sulfuric acid, and these are two electrode and anode and cathode, and this one is lead oxide, this one is lead. And once again I am repeating this chemical reaction for discharging. So here we are observing that uh, there is a battery. The lead acid battery which uses sponge lead and lead peroxide for the conversion of chemical energy into electrical power. Such type of battery is called lead acid battery. The lead acid battery is most commonly used in the power stations and substations because lead acid battery has higher cell voltage and lower cost. For that point of view, we can use lead acid type batteries in substations as well as in automobiles also. Next, and the most common part of this battery is one is positive plate and second one is negative plate. Positive plate of a lead acid battery is made up of lead peroxide PbO2 having chocolate brown color. Second one is negative plate of the peroxide having, which is also negative plate of the lead acid battery is made up of sponge lead Pb having full gray color. Therefore, third one is electrolyte. The electrolyte used in the lead acid battery is a solution of sulfuric acid and distilled water in the ratio of 38% sulfuric acid and 68% distilled water by weight. In the charging state, the chemical energy of the battery is stored in the potential difference between pure, pure lead at the negative side and PbO2 on the positive side plus the sequence of sulfuric acid. The electrical energy produced by the discharging lead acid battery can be attributed to the energy released when the strong chemical bonds of water H2O molecules are formed from H plus ions of the acid and O2 minus ions of PbO2. Conversely, during a charging, the battery act as a water splitting device. So, and we are observing there is a canteen which is having distilled water, sulfuric acid H2SO4. So here H2SO4 which is divided as 2H plus and SO4 minus. So that is we are observing in discharging mode. And in this slide we are observing that chemical reaction for discharging mode. There is a anode having the positive, cathode which is having negative. In between we are connecting wire with series load resistance for discharging of the charge. So Pb lead peroxide and lead two electrodes are formed as positive and negative electrodes plates. Here H2SO4 is sulfuric acid, H2O is distilled water poured in canteen, which is here which is divided as H2SO4 which is divided to H plus and SO4 which is divided as SO4 minus. Here these two electrons or sulfuric oxide electrons are added to the cathode. H2H plus is added to the anode, then which is formed as there is a chemical reaction we are observing here. The same thing we are observing, and you are already observed that chemical reaction. The sulfuric acid existing in the lead discharge battery decomposes and need to be replaced. Sometimes the plates change their structure by themselves. Eventually, the battery becomes less efficient and should be charged or changed. Here, lead acid battery charging. When we are observing in automobiles like car batteries, spend considerable duration of time in their discharged states. The lead sulfate buildup may become extremely difficult to remove. This is the reason why lead acid batteries must be charged as soon as possible to prevent building up of lead sulfate. Charging of the lead batteries is usually done by providing an external current source. A plug is inserted which is linked to the lead acid battery and chemical reaction proceeds in the opposite direction. So when charging mode, when you are observing which is having sulfuric acid and distilled water H2O, here hydrogen which is added in the two plate electrolyte plate to PbO2, lead peroxide and lead peroxide which is connected to the anode, lead which is connected to the negative. In between the connecting wire is connected. When some of the hydrogen electrons are added to the PbO2 which is formed as and some is added to some sulfuric acid which is added to the positive plate or anode which is formed as PbSO4 plus H2O 2H minus. Similarly, in case of the lead side, lead electrode, that is cathode, here also you can observe that some of the hydrogen electrons is added. Then the reaction we are observing when which is charging. In case where is sulfuric acid in the battery, component of the battery has undergone decomposition, then the process may become inefficient. Therefore, it is advisable to battery periodically. Here we are observing charging of lead acid battery, which is a container having H2SO4, two hydrogen atoms, two sulfuric acid electrons. These are added to SO4 added to the positive plate, hydrogen which is added to negative plate, then which is formed as PbSO4 and which is a lead. We are providing to these two plates is DC supply. Then the battery is charging. Then the battery is charging. Here I am discussing the lead acid battery. Charging is a process of supplying direct current to the battery so as convert to back into chemical state at high energy level capable of delivering electric power. Then we are using lead acid battery for charging. Now we are observing charging of lead acid battery. So container which is having sulfuric acid with distilled water H2O. There are two electrode, lead peroxide and lead. One is connected to the anode positive terminal and lead is connected to the negative terminal of the lead. So when once we are observing the chemical reaction for this, when the recharging condition, the chemical reaction that take place when the lead acid battery is recharging. Here we know that when recharging this lead acid battery, once we are observing their chemical reaction on negative plate as well as on positive plate, there is a two electrons added with the lead acid PbSO4 plus H3O plus, which is gives on negative plate as lead plus SO4 HSO4 minus water. This is when giving on negative plate for charging mode operation, recharging the lead acid battery. On positive plate, here PbSO4 plus water, which is gives here on positive plate PbO2 lead peroxide and which gives HSO4 minus H3O positive, two electrons. While recharging, the automobile battery functions like an electrolytic cell. The energy required to drive the recharging comes from an external source such as engine of a car. It is also important to note that overcharging of the battery could be formation of byproducts such as hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Then these gases tend to escape from the battery. Once again, we can remember that when we are reading the battery which is used for automobiles, power stations, substations, and for wall clocks, torch lights. These are most useful, providing the better life. And then they are classified into four broad categories. One is primary type of batteries, second one is secondary type of batteries. When we are discussing the primary type of batteries, these are used but not reversible. Means once we are using this bat, just you can throw the, and these are having very less cost. Then we are used it for our daily life, but these are not providing the better life. Then you can say this type of batteries are called primary battery. And secondary type which battery is providing long life, having initial cost, and these are reversible. These are called secondary batteries. So here primary batteries, secondary batteries, lead acid batteries, nickel, chromium batteries we are used. Most of the automobiles and such electric substations, power stations, we can use this type of batteries. Once the battery is charging or discharging or recharging in the different applications. So here lead, once you can take the lead acid battery, there is a container we are placing two electrode, one is positive, one is negative. Then you can say positive one is anode, negative one you can say cathode. In between them we are connecting the connecting wire. So here when we are placing these two electrode in the container which is having electrolyte, that is sulfuric acid with distilled water H2O. By the chemical action when it is charging, by the chemical action when which is discharging, and after that again we can recharging. These chemical reactions we have discussed in the previous slides. So part of that you must thorough what are the reaction when the plates are placed in the container. So here H2SO4 which is divided as 2H plus and SO4 minus electrons. 2H which is added to the lead, the means cathode plate. SO4 minus which is added to the anode plate. Initially the anode plate which is having lead peroxide and cathode plate which is having lead. After chemical reaction for charging, you will get the different reactions at a different negative plate and positive plate. By recharging and discharging and recharging at three conditions, we will get a different reactions. That reactions you can observe that what are the actions should be happen we are discussing. So these type of chemical reactions you have to learn. For more information, follow the your standard textbook. And also you can write one assignment. Explain lead acid battery with neat sketch. I can stop this class. Next we are going to discuss about classification of types of batteries. Thank you one and all.